Your cat stares at you. Not the glance of something distracted, not a passing look. A real, steady, unblinking stare. And most people laugh it off, maybe reach out a hand and move on. But here's what almost every cat owner misses. Your cat isn't just looking at you. They're reading you, decoding you, building an entire internal world where you are the center. And by the end of this video, I'm going to tell you one thing that happens inside your cat's mind the moment you walk out that door, and why the answer is going to make you see that quiet, watching face completely differently. Let's start with the physical. What does your cat actually see when they look at you? Because the answer is not what you'd expect. Cats evolved for dusk and dawn, those dim, suspended hours when shadows move and prey is close. Their eyes are wired for motion, not detail. Which means your face, the one you smile with, frown with, make expressions with all day long, your cat can't really see it. Not clearly. 6 feet away, you're a tall, slightly blurry shape. Your bright red sweater is probably a dull gray smudge to them. What they do catch, instantly, is movement. The flicker of your hand, the shift of your weight, the micro gesture your body makes before your conscious mind has even decided to move. They are watching the version of you that you don't perform, the one that just exists, and they don't recognize you by your face either. Cats don't map identity to features the way we do. They know you by your voice, by the rhythm of your footsteps coming down the hallway, by the specific and unrepeatable scent of you after a long day. You could place a photograph of yourself on the floor, and your cat would walk past it without a second thought, but open the fridge at the usual hour, and they materialize from 3 rooms away, like the idea of you was already drifting through the air. That's how deep the recognition goes. Not visual, cellular. So in purely physical terms, you are a blurry, familiar, warm shape that moves in ways they've memorized. And to a cat, it turns out, that is everything they need to know. Now here's where it gets stranger. Because if your cat doesn't know your face, what exactly do they know? The answer is behavior. Cats are masters of pattern memory. Not just places, rhythms. The pace of your footsteps on a Tuesday versus a Sunday. The tone you use when you say their name with meaning versus when you're just saying it. The precise moment your hand reaches toward the cabinets where the treats are kept. Your cat doesn't have a file labeled human or owner. They have something more intimate than that. They have you. Mapped out in time, in sound, in repetition, in the way your energy fills a room the second you walk into it. You are not defined by your appearance. You are defined by what you do, reliably, every single day. And when that pattern breaks, when you come home quieter than usual, when your routine shifts, when something in you is off, they feel it before you say a word. And what that pattern makes you, in their mind, is something most people never consider. Cats don't have a category for human. In their social world, there are only 2 kinds of presence: those who belong and those who don't. You belong. That's why when your cat presses their face against your leg or drives the top of their head into your chin, they're not performing affection for your benefit. They're doing exactly what they do with other cats they trust. They're marking you. They're including you. You are a member of their colony, their circle, whatever loose and tender word describes the small group of beings they've decided matter. And when they bring you something, a toy, a leaf, something unfortunate they found outside, that's not confusion. That's the same instinct that moves a mother cat to carry food back to her kittens. They're not trying to impress you. They're caring for you. in the only language they have. But there's a layer beneath even that, and it might be the most quietly astonishing thing in this entire video. Feline behaviorists have noted that adult cats meow almost exclusively at humans, not at each other. They grow out of meowing with other cats, but with you, they never stop. And kneading, that slow, rhythmic pressing of paws that your cat does when they're settled in your lap, is what kittens do against their mother's belly to stimulate milk. When your adult cat kneads against you, they are not just comfortable. They are reaching back to the first feeling of safety they ever knew. The warmth before the world got complicated. You are not just someone they like. You are, in some ancient, unspoken part of them, the one who makes the world feel survivable. This is why cats who seem clingy follow you from room to room. Why they press their body against yours when you're sick. Why some of them sit outside the bathroom door and wait, specifically and patiently, for you to come back out. They're not strange. They're acting exactly like a kitten that doesn't want to lose sight of the one who keeps them safe. The emotion behind it is that old, that real, and cats feel you in ways that go far beyond what they can see. Their sensitivity to your emotional state is something owners describe over and over. The cat who appeared out of nowhere on the night everything fell apart. The one who wouldn't leave the bed during a week of grief. The one who somehow always knows. This isn't coincidence or projection. Your body communicates without your permission. Your scent shifts when you're under stress. Your breathing changes, the tension you carry in your shoulders, the hesitation in how you move. Your cat reads all of it, continuously, like a language they've been fluent in since the day they met you. When they come and sit beside you in silence during your worst moments, they haven't understood your sadness the way another person would, but they've understood you, that specific, hurting version of you. And they've decided to stay close. That is not instinct. That is devotion. You are also, to them, not separate from their environment. You are part of its architecture. Your cat doesn't experience the home as a space they share with you. They experience it as a territory that already contains you. Your scent is woven into the furniture. Your routine carves out the shape of their day. Your presence is one of the structures that holds their sense of safety together. When you're gone, it's not simply that you're absent, it's that something, load-bearing, has been removed from the world. The cats who pace or cry or sleep pressed against your belongings while you're away, they're not misbehaving. They're trying to hold the map together without the most important landmark on it. Your voice is part of that map too. Cats don't understand your words, but they understand you through tone, through pitch, through rhythm. A soft voice means warmth. A sharp voice means something is wrong. Studies suggest cats can distinguish their owner's voice from a stranger's and respond specifically to it, even when the words are identical. When you talk to your cat in that unself-conscious, slightly ridiculous way that you'd never let anyone else witness, and they slow blink back at you, that is a conversation. Your tone has become memory. The melody of how you speak to them over years becomes one of the clearest signals they know that says, you are home, you are safe, nothing is wrong. And the relationship you've built together has a shape. Research has found that cats, much like children, develop attachment styles, secure, anxious, avoidant, based on how their caregivers show up for them. A securely attached cat explores with confidence, returns to you when unsettled, and recovers from disruption because they trust you'll still be there. A more anxious cat hides, vocalizes, reacts strongly to your absence. These patterns aren't quirks of personality. They are the accumulated weight of every interaction between you. Every time you were consistent. Every time you were gentle. Every time you came back. You are not just part of their life. You are part of how they understand life itself. So the next time your cat follows you into the bathroom for no apparent reason, or sleeps directly on your chest like they need to feel you breathing, or stares at you across a quiet room with that expression that looks almost unbearably patient, remember what you're actually seeing. It's not habit. It's not instinct in the cold, mechanical sense of the word. It's a creature that decided, quietly and without ceremony, to build their entire sense of the world around the fact that you exist in it. They don't see you as a human. They don't see you as an owner. They see you as theirs. Tonight, when your cat climbs onto the bed and settles in against you in the dark, that's not routine. That's trust in its most ancient and wordless form. And to them, it was never a small thing.